Hi, everybody, and welcome to this channel, Freya's Crone. My name is Melody. For those of you who are new to this channel, welcome. And welcome back to my returning subscribers from my other channel. I'm grateful for each and every one of you guys and all the love and support that you give me on this YouTube journey. All right. So when you come into this live stream, or even if you're watching it after it's already streamed, give me a Fonzie. Leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know how you resonate with this reading. If you're subscribed, please subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you know when I post videos or when I go live. All right. All of that helps out this channel, and I'm very, very grateful for all of your love and support. So this video is for the element of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn for this week of June 21st through June 27th. All right. So I forgot to check in before I turned on the live stream. So second here, let me close my eyes and see what I see for you. Okay, I see a feather, like a black feather. So somebody's going to find a black feather. I feel like you're going to see out your window. You're going to look out your window and you're going to see this feather laying on the ground. I feel like that's the ancestor telling you you're protected. For somebody out there, I did see a big window, but the sun was shining through, like not to where you couldn't see out, but it was yellow, which tells me it's the solar plexus. So you may have a window of opportunity coming your way, earth signs. When it comes to the solar plexus energy, when it comes to something that you've been determined to work on, or some sort of determination of building something, or like I feel like maybe there could be some sort of an activation happening too, but I do feel there's a window of opportunity that the divine is protecting for you. I'm also seeing a green ring, which I seen when I was shuffling because I closed my eyes for a second. So you could have the green-eyed monster, which means there's somebody outside of you, maybe in your circle or on the outside of your circle, that is connected to somebody in your circle that could have like the green-eyed monster is somebody who has psychic abilities, but they're very envious, very jealous, very comparative, always comparing yourselves, like comparing those to you. Somebody could be very jealous, have a lot of envy in their heart, because that's what the green-eyed monster means. Earth signs. Let's see what else. Is there anything else? Okay, they're showing me that window again. So you've really got a window of opportunity coming here for you, earth signs. All right. Whether it happens this week or not, I can't tell you that, but I can tell you the window is very dominant. All right. So for the element of we're talking today is the last week of this, the last day of this week for these readings. So how is this past week influencing them week? How is this past week influencing the element of Earth this coming week? For the element of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. How is this past week, today being the last day, influencing them next week? Something you're wishing for. What did I say? There's a window of opportunity coming through. So I feel earth signs, there is a wish being granted. Something that you've wished for. So you have a 4 there. The 4 talks about you're building something, right? Which I said about solar plexus. So you're building something with that energy of 4. Obviously, the 4 as divine protection. You have the 1 here. So I feel for some of you, there is a change coming in that you've been wishing for. Being divinely guided and divinely protected here with this 1 energy. This is something about your intuition goes deep, right? It goes really deep, because sometimes I see the wishing well is because the wishing well is, it's full of water, right? So you're very deeply intuitive, and you could already see this coming. And like I said, that green-eyed monster is reappearing in my thought process. So you could have somebody around you who's in that green-eyed monster energy because you are getting a wish granted. This is something that, like, you've been waiting for, this change. This change is something you've been waiting for, but it's all been about divine timing for you, Earth signs. And look, there's you have a male individual here. This is talking about the divine masculine, the Ace of Cups coming through here. I feel like they're sitting down, they're writing out what they want to express to you, but I see them tearing it up or balling it up and throwing it in the garbage can because whatever they want to say, whatever this message is not coming out right. I feel like this person is very passionate, very pleasure oriented for somebody out there. This is somebody you may already have an intimate relationship. All right. So let's head and see the past and how it's influencing this present week for the element of Earth. Uh-huh. 666. Raise your vibration, choose peace and harmony um, in your thoughts and with others. 416 can be significant. 666 threes are 18, a one, so that's a 9. So 419 can be significant. 59 can be significant. 1444 could be significant. 4414 could be significant. That's mirroring energy. So I feel like you are choosing to make peace with the past, is what I feel you are doing. You are choosing to make peace with the past. And through that energy, you are finding a state of balance with somebody that you have some sort of romantic energy with. You can see he's naked, he's hot too. I also see for some of you, you are choosing to find that state of balance between your masculine and feminine energy. Your masculine is on fire this week. I mean, on fire. This person can have a beard, a goatee, like be a bodybuilder, like have a six pack abs. This person is just like, wow. It's like, wow, jaw dropping, wow here. So I do see the both of you being on the same page, both of you being a very balanced energy, an equal give and take here. And this is something that I feel like you've been working towards. I feel like you've been wishing for this equal give and between you two, but I feel like your choices have brought you to a profound wish this week, which is absolutely beautiful. What did I say? So you're going to be choosing to forgive somebody, find unconditional love with this individual, which is what I'm feeling. Definitely unconditional love for them. Like I'm telling you, the things are showing me in my third eye. I can't tell you. Let me tell you, there's a lot of heat between you two. hmm So this person could have did something, and they could be like, "All right, will you please forgive me? Right? Please forgive her. Whatever this was that they did. Maybe you had some sort of a fight with them this past week." But I feel like they unconditionally love you. This is like a relationship made in heaven, if that makes sense. All right. So let's go ahead and get a tarot card for the past and how it's influencing this week. This is like fight makeup sex. I'm telling you. Six of Swords. Yeah, they definitely want to move on into a calmer emotional state with you. Another six, 666, four sixes, 20. That's a six. So the 24th will be, we're in the 20th. So Wednesday can be significant. Let's say 416, which adds up to an 11. So 11, 611 could be significant. 1118 could be significant. So we have the Sun card. So I feel like, remember, I seen that solar plexus energy, right? Um, this person could be 41 years old. Um, It's something else I'm getting. Um, yeah, you're choosing to move on. You're choosing forgiveness. You're choosing to move on. You're moving on because you want success, right? You want to find that happiness again. This is something that maybe was done out of the shadow side. They could have did something out of the shadow side as well. The sun is moving into Cancer. Um, as a matter of fact, I think it moves into today or tomorrow. Yeah. The Nine of Swords. Yeah, they this person has they're like all up in their head. They could be really worried that you won't forgive them. They're really worried that you won't let something go and move on from it because whatever they did out of the dark side, their shadow side. I feel like, but you see, I feel like this person wasn't feeling well. There's a lot of needles and bottles there. They could have been sick. That's why the sun is in reverse. They were sick. Um, I don't know why, but I did 69. I'm telling you, I'm seeing all kinds of freaky moves in my third eye here. Yeah. I feel like they're saying, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to attack you. I didn't mean to become defensive. I haven't been feeling well, right? I haven't been feeling well. Maybe somebody is diabetic. Um, maybe somebody got injured or I'm seeing a bunch of needles here. So maybe they had to get some sort of a shot. Maybe they were in pain. If this could be somebody who has a lot of headaches and they may have like shot off because they weren't feeling well. Maybe they, were being a very, very defensive of a situation. And look, the Two of Cups. Yeah, they were being very defensive. And it triggered you. It made you feel a little, made you feel some sort of a way in a situation. Yeah, somebody also could have some sort of an addiction here. That's just for some, maybe a special message for somebody. All right, so that is what I see. What the past is, I feel like somebody is finding peace. They're moving on. They're like, you know what, peace, but babe, whatever. Um, and I feel like you're letting it go. That is exactly what I see here in the past. So, yeah. So the present, what's on for the element of Earth this week? I feel like you're not choosing to allow this person to take your power away. You are choosing to not allow this person to make you feel powerless, to make you feel, like you have to, um, I don't know, like, because I feel like somebody to change here. But I feel like you're like, you know what? I'm making a choice to find peace with the situation and move on because I'm not going to allow you to have power over my life anymore. I'm not going to allow you to have power over my emotions no more. I'm not going to allow you to trigger me, right? Even if I have to muster up finding forgiveness for myself for allowing it in the past, right? This is like a big old fight, and then you guys have makeup sex. And I feel like that's somebody from your past who used to do this, right? We did have the guy who was half naked. Um, so what's this week look like for the element of Earth in the present situation? Yeah, something about divine timing, right? Something about divine timing. I'm telling you, a wish is about to be granted in divine timing. So you have an owl here, which talks about wisdom, talks about knowledge. You have another bird up here, a parakeet. So there's definitely something coming in, some sort of news coming in. You have a candle burning here. So the candle could be an light candle. So maybe you're honoring an ancestor or burning some sort of a candle to manifest a wish. We have the hourglass here. So the hourglass is over. It's just a matter of time, is what spirit is telling you until this message comes in. And because we got a chicken here, somebody could be have the Chinese zodiac of the chicken or the rooster or the cock or whatever you want to call it here. This also represents something about maybe in the morning, something about morning time, like AM, so to speak. So this could be why this person got all cranky with you. Maybe they woke up with a headache and it just wasn't feeling good in the morning. Something about that time. But definitely a time, divine timing is in the air for you, earth signs, when it comes to something you're wishing for. All right. So let's take a look at the bottom. Yep, the moon. Look, the moon revealing some sort of a sneaky snake. So there's a snake in this hidden mixture. That makes perfect sense with the 666. There's a snake in the mixture, but see how the snake is going the opposite direction, right? So this person could be hiding some sort of emotion behind your back. And now they could be getting their ass whooped by being sick. Maybe somebody is losing a gift, because I often see the tulips as a gift. Tulips. Yep. But this person's being icy for a reason. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go ahead and see present moment when it comes to divine timing. Show me something about the present moment in divine timing. They're really taking me to that chicken, which tells me it's still dark out in the mornings, right? This is before the sun rises, right? This could be something about nighttime, sometime early morning. My my right ear just hummed. Okay. So we have the gargoyle coming through, intimidated, protector, and guardian. So yeah, somebody was like, grr, that's that Nine of Swords energy, right? So in the morning, somebody could have been very intimidated by you, or maybe you intimidated them, and that's because they wasn't feeling good. Um, you also have somebody could have been burning a candle and trying to intimidate another person so that they would make a choice to stay in the darkness, right? See how like gargoyles like all snarling? Something about darkness and about being in the dark, something about in the middle of the night, perhaps in the early wee hour of the morning. Um, maybe somewhere between 3 and 7 a.m. could be significant. Yeah. So you're being asked to remain calm, be in this tranquil and relaxed energy. Don't be a shark. Don't be trying to bite somebody's head off because there's some sort of a emotion that could be welling up. You're going to be surprised at some of the change that's coming your way. That's that wish being granted when the divine timing happens. There is a tower going to fall here. What was hidden behind the moon with the sneaky snake energy is coming to light, and you're going to be shocked about a situation. Yeah, something about daylight. I'm telling you, awakening. When the dawn breaks, whatever was clouded and foggy is going to be brought to the light. I'm telling you, there is something fishy here. Something really fishy here, earth signs. All right. So, divine timing and gargoyle. Can I have one card, please? Divine timing and gargoyle when it comes to this week for the element of earth. Gargoyle and the element of earth for this week. Nine of Wands. So they're definitely trying to make you paranoid. I feel like with the Nine of Wands in reverse, I feel like something that could be happening sometime in the wee hours of the morning. And this, whatever this is trying to make you paranoid. They're trying to intimidate you. They're trying to trigger your wounds. The Nine of Wands in reverse talks about somebody who's extremely paranoid, somebody who has extreme PTSD, anxiety. So you can have a lot of anxiety. Maybe you're not sleeping well. With the Nine of Swords in reverse. Maybe you're not sleeping well. Maybe you're up all night. Maybe you're only sleeping part of the night, right? 999 is significant here. Hmm. So somebody could be up with anxiety, right? Up with anxiety, not sleeping well. They may not be feeling good. For somebody out there, they could be going through some sort of withdrawal. Um, this is somebody, again, I'm telling you, I am feeling early hours, right before daylight, sometime through the night. Seven of Wands. Somebody could be very defensive and paranoid. For somebody out there, somebody's addicted to drugs. Hmm. See all the needles? Somebody could be in a hospital, not sleeping well, maybe not eating. That's why they're like upset. Two of Cups, I'm telling you. This is somebody's partner. Queen of Cups. Not feeling well. See how she's chewing on that brain? And they're very over emotional, defensive energy. Very defensive. Somebody may want booty and somebody else don't want to kick it up for somebody there, because we do have people on a boat, right? Somebody's laying the wrap. She's shooting off her gun. I'm telling you. Somebody may want a booty call. They may want to come in at night. And somebody's like, nah, I don't think so. And somebody's triggered, extremely paranoid, thinking the other person is cheating on them. That's exactly what I'm feeling. And somebody's like, no, I'm not cheating on you. I just don't feel well. I got a headache. No, honey, I got a headache. Not tonight. All right. All right. So that could be how this week. So hidden influences for the element of earth. Hidden influences for the element of earth. And somebody could be all paranoid because somebody got denied beauty. So 4144. So 144 is significant. So the hidden influence, you need to take a closer look at something. Mm-hmm. 4144. I'm telling you, this person wants to offer you a ring. They want to offer you a ring. I feel like this person wants to be all romantic, take you out on a nice sweet date. Take you to the park, have a picnic. Because why? Because they want to find peace. Hmm. But somebody is paranoid because somebody refused. Like they refused this good-looking man's sexual innuendo, their sexual offer. Like they refused their booty call. And now somebody's all paranoid. Oh, you're refusing the booty call because you're out with somebody else. And somebody is like, no, I'm not. It's like somebody got really triggered. All right. So hidden influences, you need to take a closer look at something. So what is it? Our signs need to take a closer look at. What is hidden that they need to take a closer at? I'm telling you, calm, tranquil, relaxed. This person wants to take you on vacation. They want to take you out to dinner. They want to have a romantic encounter with you. So you need to take a closer look at what is influencing the situation. I'm telling you. Yeah, so that is what I see here. So hidden influences, take a closer look at something, remain calm, relax, tranquil. This person may want to take you on vacation, take you for a nice picnic, be all romantic because they have a surprise for you. They have a surprise. 2528. 222 is significant here. Hidden influence. Take a closer look at something. Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands talks about taking a closer look at what some sort of a blockage is, because you can see he has his hand up. Like, stop. I got a headache. I don't feel well. Right? Calm down. That's what I'm hearing. Calm down. I'm not out with anybody else. I'm not out on another adventure. It's like somebody is telling somebody, listen, I don't want nobody else. I can't even barely get this relationship going. I want to be with you. You're the person I want to be with. You're the boat that I want to share, right? I want to be with you in this boat. I want to be with you in this ship. But right now, I just don't feel well. Um, So yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse and a Strength card. So somebody could be like very angry. See the bullet in the head? This talks about somebody having a headache, somebody not feeling well, somebody trying to control their anger, somebody who's over controlling, right? 10 of Wands. You need to let go of being a control freak, is what Spirit is telling you. Let go of being a control freak, right? And because I feel like this person is definitely trying to offer you a new beginning. We have 1801. So 811 is significant. You'll have to look that up. What does 811? You two are connected, right? The two ones there. You are connected. This person they just didn't feel well, right? That's why you're being asked this week to choose peace with this person. Choose to be at peace with this person. And that's what you need to take a closer look at. Remain calm, right? This person's not out somebody else. They're not out doing a deed with anybody else. You're the one they want to be with. Okay. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3. The obstacle this week, they're not hiding anything from you, is what I feel they're telling you. They're not hiding anything from you. There's nobody else. So what's the obstacle this week for the element of earth? Yep, there's an obstacle in communication. So the 9 of Cups. So there's an obstacle blocking a wish. And what the obstacle is low self-esteem, not feeling worthy, or an unhealed wound from a past situation. That I'm seeing 1919 all over this reading, all over it. 19 is very significant. It could have happened yesterday. 1966 could be significant. 1969. My right ear is humming again. I feel like they're saying, I know that you're wishing for a better home. I know you're wishing for a bigger home. I know you want to move. My right ear is just a humming away. Alrighty. So the obstacle, 1, 2, 3. The obstacle with this mail in reverse, or this message in reverse. And I just had the humming in the right ear. Punish. Spider. 333. 369 is significant. Indestructible. 222. And somebody is carrying, I'm telling you, there's a green-eyed monster coming through. Green-eyed monster. So somebody here, I am getting, there could be somebody whispering in somebody's ear. Somebody out, like immediate social circle, but somebody outside of the social circle, like a friend of a friend. Okay, a friend of a friend who is the green-eyed monster, and they're trying to destroy something that's indestructible, like putting a little bug, a little hum in somebody's ear. My right ear was just humming. When my right ear does that, somebody is talking shit. And it's still humming. We have 555 666 11 11 11 144. You can't make this stuff up. I told you. The obstacle is somebody is carrying the green-eyed monster. Somebody is very envious. Somebody is very jealous. They're very uncomfortable here. Pay attention, partnerships and balance. Pay attention to new people in life. Take the time to balance your time and energy on existing ones. Express yourself. Somebody could be feeling punished. Maybe somebody got bit by a spider. Maybe that's why they're sick. Right? Maybe somebody got bit by a spider. Somebody could be up late because they're paranoid they're going to get bit again. Right? And that's why they're sick. They could have got bit 3 times. And they're feeling very miserable. That's why they're triggered. So, a message in reverse, a letter, hummingbird, sweetness, belt, punish, spider, weed, 333, Trinity, mind, body, soul, you're in the zone, bones, indestructible, 222. This partnership is indestructible. And you have somebody who is 555, creating challenges, creating obstacles, like not wanting to accept something here. The green-eyed monster, I knew it was going to come out. I seen it in my third eye. Give me a tarot card for the obstacle. And this person's creating obstacles, creating challenges because they're sick. Look, there's the message. Somebody could have did magic. This also talks about communication. Gemini and Virgo energy. Some sort of a message coming in, a text message, a phone call, or your ears can be ringing like mine was just ringing. King of Hazards. Somebody made a bad investment here. Somebody is definitely out of balance. Somebody could be broke. Queen of Hazards. 2 people. Look, a couple. They're not on the same page. So it's just these 2 people, they in partnership, it is so unbalanced. So unbalanced. That's why there's a lot of miscommunication. Another 2 coming through. Right? Another 2. So the hangman talks about, maybe somebody tried to sacrifice some magic. Also, too, it talks about going through an awakening. You are seeing something from a different perspective. You're seeing it, right? And that's what you're taking a closer look at. 1, 2, 3. You're taking a closer look at some sort of a hidden, green-eyed individual who was trying to create obstacles in this relationship out of envious. See how 2 people are walking away from each other? They wanted you two to walk away from each other. So they went and expressed something to somebody by talking some crap, because I'm telling you, my right ear just started humming, talking a lot of crap to create challenges. Somebody could have lied and said, you did magic to manifest a spider for some of you. But somebody, yeah, somebody feels punished. Hmm. Because somebody is sick. All right, so crows. What are you warning the element of earth about this week? What are you warning the element of earth about this week? This could be a dark practitioner. This could be somebody who was a dark practitioner doing it on a scheduled time situation, like scheduled on a timely basis to try to intimidate two people to go their separate ways. All right, what are you warning the element of earth about this week? What are you warning the element of earth about this week? Somebody from your past is preparing to come back in, is what I see here. But you're being asked to let the past go. They're coming in for a time. They're coming in permanently. So you need to take a closer look at why they are coming back in. Because the preparation card talks about the crows who go out and dig clams up out of the beach, right? Dig clams up out of the beach. Place them strategically on that ferry so that when the cars back off of that ferry, it breaks in that clam. So what you need to take a closer look at is why this person is coming back around. Somebody from your past, somebody that you've already let go of, somebody that you've already laid to rest. And what they're preparing to do. This person carries the green-eyed monster. They're only there for the clam. Look, there's the feather. See, I seen that feather. See the feather right here? I seen that feather in my third eye. Give me some more information. The preparation card. Preparation card. My ear is still humming. Love, peace, live, laugh, sing, be happy. And clear quartz amplifier. Universal double terminated. So they're telling yourself to prepare yourself. Just be at peace, right? Stay calm, be at peace, laugh it off, and be happy, because you're already in a relationship. You're already in this boat with somebody else. Stay calm and move on. So take a closer look and pay attention, because this person is masking this. They're masking perhaps being happy. They're masking being envious. It's like this energy of communication with an underlying cruelty here. So somebody may be speaking with you that they love you and that they're at peace with you and they're happy that you're moved on. But there's an underlying essence in this communication of cruelty. So yeah, a ghost. More clarity about this ghost from the past. Look, power and strength. So it could be a Leo. Um, and that's what the Knight of Wands is too. Venus is in Leo at the moment. So Venus rules relationships. Taurus and Libra. Hmm. So you have somebody from your past who is going to pull on your heartstrings just to try to get in your drawers. This is somebody, again, who could be addicted to this. Somebody who carries a green-eyed monster, somebody who is underlining, like I said, envious of a relationship that you're in, and the fact that they can't destroy you, right? I'm telling you, they're saying hello in the dark. They're coming in at dark time, but you're going through this awakening and you're seeing through their mask. See how bright and vibrant that is? You're seeing something very clear here about this male individual. So you're being asked to use a piece of amethyst to help protect your emotions and to help you stay calm so that you can detoxify whatever this trickery is. Okay? So outside influences for the element of earth. Okay, so we have the stork in reverse. So the outside influences is here we have a heartless individual who is trying to block somebody's rebirth. Hmm. They were trying. This is somebody outside of your circle who is pretending to be compassionate, pretending to love you, pretending to care about you, that is actually very envious of you. Now they want to come back in and express maybe an apology, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Because they are very triggered. See the sunlight? So this was an outside person who was trying to influence somebody's rebirth here. 144, 555, 666. This person is a dark practitioner and they're masking themselves as somebody who is a light worker. And they're sending somebody in to cause turmoil in somebody's relationship. I'm telling you. This person is a conniving, sneaky snake who thinks they're being clever. Oh, we're destined to be together. But they're operating out of their shadow side. They don't want you to see the truth. Alrighty, earth signs. So somebody could be telling a lie, um, trying to prove some sort of a point. Um, all right. So the stork in reverse for the outside influence. Enthusiastic, excitement, and warmth. The orange. Yeah, this is somebody who is, and there's even a cat on here. So they could have did something to one of your cats. Maybe you have a ghost animal. Mm-hmm. Um, so this is the sacral chakra. So this person's an energy vampire. And it's like when you're up with them, they siphon so much of your sacral chakra. You could have rejected their partnership. Like um there's not enough, like the love isn't reciprocated. It's out of balance here. So they went and they were trying to destroy you. Could have did some sort of magic on your crown. Yeah, I'm telling you, they did it out of revenge. Look, a witch. What did I say? Magic. You had a witch. They did some sort of magic to get revenge. Possibly did a spider spell. Partner up with somebody who is also a 666, right? So that's what you're asked to take a closer look at. Remain calm, see something from a different perspective. Um, you know, control your anger, right? Because they're really preparing to come in and trigger you. They also could have did necromancy on you. This person is very psychic, could have looked into your life, right? Taking a closer look into something. Hot throwing rocks, hiding hands, taking a closer look into your life. Create a lot of challenges, 555. You know, like I said, somebody who may come in and speak all kind words, but the underlining energy of that whatever this conversation is cruelty. This is somebody who likes to be kind with cruelty. And they're preparing to come in. This is somebody from your past. Because they wanted your windfall, they wanted your status. This person is very vain. They could have did something with mirrors, a temporary spell with mirrors, mirror magic, because they wanted your status. They were using your sacral chakra energy to manifest their wealth. This somebody is very, very vain. I'm telling you, did a temporary spell. So if you ever got bit by a spider and you're wondering where it came from, that's where it came from. All right, let's pull tarot cards. Birth reverse. This is somebody who come in to say, "Oh, I love you. You're my best friend." And the whole time, they were wearing a mask and doing magic, verbally manipulating people around you, gossiping, lying, psychically spying. Messing with your head. Um, right. All right. So the Queen of Cups in reverse, Birth in reverse, Orange Cat Enthusiasm. I'm telling you, there's the Queen of Cups again. So it could have been two females who partnered up against you, right? The Ten of Hazards. Now this person's sick. This person could be terminally ill. Temperance card. What? There's the needles coming through again. The Five of Wands. So somebody found peace. They didn't want the drama, right? So the Temperance card talks about, finding out it's tempering your emotions, being patient, stepping out of the drama, putting up boundaries, not wanting in the middle of the drama. This person was creating a lot of drama. Another five coming through here. Um, This could have been a Sagittarius, individual, female, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I think we had Virgo come through earlier. Yeah, they wanted you to be confused, right? But you made a decision here to take that knife out of your back because you knew that they were lying. Mm-hmm. Two people trying to keep you chained and bound to something. See that chain around your neck? Trying to shut you up with a spider. Yeah, they wanted you in this energy of sadness. They didn't want you to trust your intuition. And they definitely did not want you to see what they were doing. They didn't want you to see their agenda. This person, see how it's like, you know, yeah, it's something about the head, the crown, brain. This person also could have worked with a family member. With the five of wands reverse, that's awesome because I feel like an angel. I feel like an angel stepped in here. An angel stepped in and guarded you from this drama, from this fight. Somebody protected you because somebody was planning on attacking you. Mhm. Somebody was planning on attacking you, but an angel stepped in and protected you from this. Somebody is very emotionally manipulative here. This witch that wanted revenge, who was trying to take advantage of your kindness, who wanted your wealth, your status, who was using mirror magic spells. Hmm. This is somebody who's very vain, clout chaser. Somebody who's a clout chaser who worked together with an ex, possibly ex husband, ex wife. I'm seeing definitely an ex here. Okay. This will be again outside of your circle. Somebody that maybe you had called family at one point in time. Family doesn't always have to have the same DNA, but an angel stepped in and protected you. Hmm. So you may have had to go get a shot for the spider. But I feel like they're trying to unalive you because when somebody says a spider on a magic spell, it's not for pleasure. This is somebody, that green eyed monster. I'm telling you, our signs, I've seen it. This is that green eyed monster who did magic. The best course of action to take, yep, cut them away. Cut out some people out of your life. The Jack of Pentacles, which is the Knight of Pentacles, somebody is really watching over you. An angel come in and protected you. An angel come in and protected you because these people's plans were to attack you, to fight with you. So the best course of action to take is start weeding out that garden of friends. And don't repeat the same patterns of allowing these people to trigger you. By giving your power away to people who do not value you. The sickle cuts things away. So cut out repeated patterns with allowing people to make you feel powerless. Cut out people, places, and situations that play a lot of mind games with you, who this is somebody who likes to manipulate somebody's free will, right? The free will of ghosts. Use ghosts against somebody. Try to manipulate somebody's free will by trying to make them sick, make them unalive themselves. Yep. There's a hidden tower. Somebody's seen it in their dreams, this tower. Mhm. And the angel come into your dreams and said, listen, we're going to protect you, but you need to walk away. You need to walk away from something. So the moon is coming in Capricorn. So week, the 23rd could be significant. This tower could be happening. This also could be talking about something legal. I'm telling you, 666, they're getting their ass whooped. This also could be talking about a church group. But for you, the sun is going to shine through this storm. The sun is coming through again. This obstacle is being removed. And this two-faced individual is going to be exposed. Alrighty, so the best course of action to take with the sickle card here. I'm telling you, cut up the gossips. Cut up. I'm telling you, you have a rival. I knew it. A green-eyed monster. I seen it in my third eye. So the best course of action to take is to stay at peace. Cut out gossiping about your rivals. Cut out, um, this repeated pattern of always rivaling with people, being paranoid, right? Being over emotional, allowing people to trigger you. Um, that is what I feel because somebody definitely burned a candle to bring people up against you, to gather people to come up against you to fight. Somebody wants to fight. Somebody wants to, like, a mob of people. Somebody gathered up a mob of people to come up against somebody because they're carrying that, like, they're masking how they truly feel. So somebody wants to come in. So the best course of action is just to cut out the rivals, make your circle a lot smaller. Don't take nobody's crap, right? Stand in your power, and don't allow people to take your power away. Don't allow people to trigger you because when they trigger you, you're giving your power away to them. So take a closer look at the situation, right? Tell them to stop, put boundaries up, stay calm, stay relaxed this week. All right. Because you definitely have somebody who is making some sort of a decision to come in and try to pull the wool over your eyes. Like I said, it's cruel to be kind in the right measure, cruel to be kind. This person is coming in with the act of kindness, but they're actually being cruel. All right. So the best course of action with the sickle and the spirit of the flocks. Ace of Cups. So definitely somebody maybe going to cut your head off, doing something with your, like, your crown. The Ace of Cups talks about, especially in reverse, somebody who has low self-esteem, somebody who's very envious, somebody who's very emotionally wounded, somebody who's very anger, somebody who is in this energy of hatred, somebody who does not trust their intuition, somebody who gives their power away to their rivals, right? Somebody who feels powerless, even somebody who offers poisonous love. And that's this King of Cups in reverse. Offers poisonous love. The Queen of Cups can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but doesn't have to be. So cut out this unbalanced energy. Bring yourself into a state of balance. See something from a higher perspective. Stay calm, stay at peace, be happy. Because you have two people, right? Two women who are just very unhappy. This is an emotional manipulator. right? With the gossip. Somebody is an emotional manipulator. Somebody who likes to use reverse psychology to mess with somebody's head. Seven of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So they wanted you to focus on, now my right ear or my left ear is ringing. They wanted you to focus on this empty cup. They wanted you to see something through a set of rose colored glasses. So the seven of hazards, which is the seven of pentacles, talks about where you put your time, your energy, and your focus. So cut out focusing on what you don't have. Cut out focusing on the rivals. Cut out focusing on everybody's coming up against me. Everybody's, like, because you're being protected. You're being protected from this mob of individuals. And they're sad about it because you cut them out of your life and you chose to be happy. You chose to shift your focus. See, they're trying to attach to you. See, the doll, they could have even used a voodoo doll. Shot you up with a voodoo doll. See the doll? Mm-hmm. To try to make you sick. Emperor. Perfect. Because they wanted your status. This also could be somebody who, maybe you do things in an untraditional way, right? Maybe you're the kind of person who doesn't go to church, right? You stay at home. You put up boundaries around your space, right? This is somebody who wanted your identity. Somebody could be involved in identity theft. This is definitely somebody who's spying, lying, gossiping, sending monitor spirits in. See the shadow? Sending monitor spirits in. Do not sign any documents for the next 8 weeks because Mercury in retrograde is not a good time to sign documents. So don't do that. So they definitely were using mirror magic to spy into your life. This is a witch who did magic on you. And it's like they didn't want you to see what they were doing behind your back. See something in black and white. They wanted you to see something in black and white. The Emperor talks about, somebody who's a good father figure for one, but this also talks about identifying with who you are. They didn't want you to identify with who you were. They didn't want you to identify with your spiritual status. They wanted you to stay focused on this this cup, right? The brokenness. Person played a lot of mind games, right? So this person was a rival, and they spread a lot of gossip around about you. Oh, you're always out there spreading your love. You're always empty. They were really trying to drain you, drain your energy. So the outcome for the element of earth this week. What is the outcome for the element of work? Okay. So you are definitely in a lucky streak. There it is, that wish being granted. The Six of Pentacles, balance in giving and receiving with a 2. So yeah, look, you have a choice to make. 222. You have a choice to make. This Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles talks about somebody who is very grounded, somebody who is very nurturing, somebody who gives wise advice, right? Look, somebody's heart's getting weighed. Anubis is coming in. Somebody's heart is getting weighed this week. What? Look, this somebody was disloyal. Look, the Queen of Cups, or this Queen in reverse. Somebody's sick, I'm telling you. And this man is looking at her like, Well, you cheated. You cheated, and now because of your disloyalty, you're sick. Look, third party situation. What did I say about the third party? Two females and a male. Somebody was in a third party situation. One female was disloyal and got sick. This male individual is looking at her, right? While this other female is looking behind him, like looking at his, like doing something behind his back. Magic. So the outcome this week with the clover, I'm telling you, look, the crow. Bad news could be coming in. A message could be coming in. Something that maybe you prophesied is coming in. I'm telling you, you're seeing a crow feather. I seen it on one of the cards here. You're seeing a crow. You are getting bad news that somebody is passing away and their heart is being weighed. Right? There's the feather. I'm telling you, I seen it clear as day in my third eye. Somebody's heart is being weighed. It better be light as a feather. All right, so clover, luck, and the spirit of the crow is the outcome. This is something that you prophesied, earth signs. You have the gift of prophecy, 8 of Wands. I'm telling you, you spoke into existence. You spoke about this prophecy. You've seen it in your third eye, right? The crows warned you about this. They have prepared you for this situation. It's saying bad news, but you got the clover. So somebody is definitely lucky. Um, yeah, somebody may feel as though you're lucky because you were divinely protected from this mob of individuals. And now they want to come back in and communicate something to you. Yep, something was unfair. Hairfit. Somebody feels something was unfair, so they wanted revenge. Did something out of revenge. Something could be, again, on television. Something could be on the news about this justice being served. And you got somebody who thinks something is unfair. Possibly this cult with the witch coming through. This could be a cult or a coven. A cult or a coven did something out of revenge. You could have had a dream and prophesied about this. You could have literally seen it in your dreams. I'm telling you, that feather's coming through loud and clear. Something's going to happen in the middle of the night, wee hours in the morning. Spying, lying, gossiping, looking into somebody's home. hmm Maybe trying to steal something, waiting for the right time. This is somebody, oh, I'm right. I'm right. This is somebody who always has to have a point, right? Always has to be right. Always trying to prove that they're right. Always, oh, I'm right about this situation, right? For some of you, maybe you are right. All right. So let's go ahead and pull a light first card. I so thank each and every one of you guys for watching. I am very grateful. So, our signs. Let's pull a light keeper's card. I'm telling you, you are protected. What did I say? You are protected from this mob of people. And not somebody thinks it's unfair. So they're going to come in, they're going to come in and be like, have that underlining, I love you, but they don't, right? Because they were trying to steal your essence. They were trying to steal your identity. Yeah, Archangel Michael coming through here telling you, I protected you. I protected you from this mob of individuals. See? Look how she looks like she's about to wing that bone and crack this person, and she's running, right? Look at the mob of people in the background. Mm-hmm. Yep. Change and transformation, a transition. Thank you, Archangel Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. So somebody's about to transition, but whoever I'm talking to, you're rising up out of the phoenix or out of the ashes like a phoenix. Kali Ma, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. So Kali Ma comes in, and what does she do? She cuts the heads off of demons. Look at all the skulls. So this is also somebody who rules the underworld. She lives in the underworld. She lives in down under, right? Spiritual abundance and a Shekinah. So the Shekinah is somebody who falls into the darkness to try to find. When she falls into the darkness, which will be down here in the 3D, her light breaks, it shatters, right? Somebody who's very materialistic. But she goes through a period of darkness to gather up all the missing pieces of herself to bring her sacred self back into a state of union. And because our signs, you are doing this, you are now receiving your spiritual abundance. And somebody wants that, like they're coming in with some sort of bad news. You're getting a lucky streak. Somebody could be getting some sort of bad news, but you're being protected. Okay. So there you go. That's what I feel. That is your message for this week. It's a little bit longer, but hey, sometimes them long ones get a lot of information out. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I appreciate all the thumbs up. My head's a little crooked. So, this was a good reading. My head, okay. So, thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. Have a great week, and I will see you tomorrow when we do the answer method.